Oh my gosh, we're live.
We're already live.
Are you joking?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
It's time.
Yes,
man.
we're live.
Oh, we are. Well, now I've got to pretend like I have some sort of like snazzy intro, but I do actually because it's birthday week for both of us.
Ah,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
tomorrow, big day.
It's kind of like the best day of the year, and we both get to share it. Like we don't even have to fight over what day is the best day because clearly on October 19th, God created us.
That's pretty serious. Yeah. No, God, he did good work. I'm telling you, that's
solid.
It's not bad. Yeah. Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday
Yes.
to you too.
He's a happy
What are you
dad.
drinking, Jared?
I'm drinking a happy dad.
Happy dad.
Because
I'm drinking a
Rick's a
Diet
happy
Coke.
dad. Ew, gross.
I needed a little caffeine.
I got to give a big shout out to Chris because he no longer looks like Casper. He looks like he got his hair and makeup done.
I did some lighting fixes.
Oh,
I got
that's what it is.
mad hippie makeup helping me out.
Wow.
Yeah, I thank my sponsors. It's all good.
I love it.
You'd be surprised on what lighting can do to a person.
Can you make
interesting.
me look good, do you think?
I mean, you already look good. I'm using like the worst possible lighting on you, and you still look great.
You're whatever.
Can't
Stop
make
it.
you look bad. That's what
I
it's
sp-
about.
I spent
Yeah.
6 weeks in makeup. I'm still. So
Look,
what are you doing?
You see the message boards? The happy birthdays are lighting up. Look at them.
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
pretty
No,
good.
so here's the thing. I just came back from a trade show, and someone was like, "Well, didn't you see me?" And I'm like, "No, if I don't have my glasses on, I can't see that far. Like, I can't see, I don't know, 30, 50 feet in front of me, like clearly." So I'm sitting here and I got a 50-inch or 60-inch flat screen, probably 6 feet away, and I can't read the chat. So. I can't tell you. That's why I always have my phone in my hand so I can, at least try and
see
catch up.
something. I'm telling you, I bought. They're sitting. They're waiting. The number ones.
no.
Like I don't wear them yet. I don't have to. But when I'm going like fly fishing and I need to tie a fly on, it's like, wait, it's a little small. So I've got the number ones. I'm ready. It's coming. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it's funny.
It happens.
I went and I got the consultation for laser surgery. And I promise everyone, we're going to talk about fishing soon, but I got a consultation for laser surgery. And then, they told me what it was going to look like. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to be able to see my phone. They're like, well, yeah, but you'll be able to see far.
No.
I'm like, listen, I'm only doing this so that when I go snowboarding, I can actually see what I'm doing. And they're like, oh, well, then we'll do one eye and leave the other eye. And I'm like, wait, no, that is creepy. Not a chance.
You could snowboard like a pirate. That'd be perfect. That's
Right.
I love it.
Right.
That's all right.
Going
I like
on the
it.
mountain, like, I can see you.
Bix, let's start this show.
Oh, you want to start the show?
might
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
that's fair enough.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. What's up, party people? We're like, Max, come on.
All right. This show is taking a turn for the. Oh, Chris, what's going on, man?
Hey, happy birthday, Rick. I know we kicked things off talking birthday time, and it's a good week. It's good to be alive.
It's a good week for sure. What are you doing for your birthday?
So far, dinner plan. I have a favorite Mexican restaurant in Auburn. Family's coming up, and then we're going to move it into the weekend. We have a fall harvest festival. My in-laws grow pumpkins every year for the kids, so I get another birthday dinner over there, and I don't know. I'm pretty spoiled, so nothing special set up because I feel like every day is kind of my birthday. I mean, I'm on a podcast hanging out with you. Like, do you have something big for the birthday?
Well, yeah, I'm a difficult person to plan for because I'm of the belief that if I want something, I'll just go get it, and I'm really happy just to be alive. So, I don't really need the gifts. So I think tonight I'm going to go out with some friends for dinner. Tomorrow I'm going out for dinner. Friday I'm going out for dinner. One of my good friends is flying in on Saturday, and I'm going to have a lot of people over to the house. We're going to burn a lot of wood and have a good time. And then Sunday we'll have a family dinner, and it should be a really great weekend. I'm looking forward to it.
Same deal. Yeah, I'm with you. The whole gift thing, I told my wife, I'm like, maybe can the kids wash my truck? That would be a great
Yeah,
gift. Like
right?
literally, that would be like time invested, hard work. That would be incredible. Nothing else needed. So that's cool.
Yeah. So we got an interesting show for you today. We're going to talk all about the box, not just the box, but what comes in the box. And we want you guys to be a part of this because at the end of the day, what goes in the box shouldn't just be what I think goes in there. It should be what you guys want. And normally we have golden tickets and we give away prizes, but I'm going to give away some special stuff today. So we're going to open the phone line shortly because I want to clog them up. And I'm going to give away 5 fishing rods today. And I'm going to give away 4 to people that call in and ask a question, chime in on today's topic. And then we're going to give away 1 to our golden ticket subscribers. So for our subscribers, if you are a subscriber, just type your golden ticket number into the chat today. And at the end of the show, we're going to pick one of you. And we're going to pick 4 people that called in. And we are going to give away fishing rods that are valued at $100 just for you participating in today's show. So, yeah, seems like a pretty good way to go. Raphie's on a plane, so,
Yeah, he's actually logged in. He's making comments from there, and he was telling them to pop their golden ticket number in the chat. So he's already said hi from the plane. Technology's working.
Amazing. I love that. I love that. Who's in the chat, by the way, Fix? Can you even see it, or should I walk up to the screens? Because I just keep squinting.
Somebody said they have a question about bladed jigs. There's lots of birthday wishes. Somebody's cutting wood. They got a big wood splitter. They're catching bass, having a good day. So no, it's like heavy, hard work. Yeah, I know you had wood delivered. We haven't got our wood yet for the year because I go and cut it. We split wood. I mean, we're in California, and that's taboo to burn wood, but I still heat my house with wood.
I burn a lot of wood. I mean, it's the silliest thing living in Los Angeles. To everyone that lives in the rest of the country, I remember my father would just get cords and cords of wood, and we'd have it behind the shed in the backyard, and he's like, you got to season it. It's got to be really good. And it would sit for whatever, 2-3 years. And I'm like, Dad, why don't you just buy seasoned wood? Well, it's probably $50 more, you know.
No, don't do that.
Whatever. So I buy wood here in Southern California. And I'd love to know, I know everyone else in the chat is going to tell me that you cut your own wood, but for those that buy it, what do you pay for a cord of wood? Because you're going to die when I tell you what I'm paying for a cord of wood right now. My father's rolling in his grave thinking that his son is the biggest idiot on the planet because he spends, do we have any numbers in the chat? Probably not.
Yeah, no one's telling you wood purchase price. They'd be embarrassed. I wouldn't tell anyone I bought my wood either. I'm
spending pretty much close to $700 a cord.
All right,
I need to find wood in Los Angeles, and I kid you not.
You're funding my next. We're gonna come down, bring the kids to Disneyland.
I thought about it.
I'm bringing a trailer of wood to your house. That's done. All right, you just
anyway. Good times. Good times. All right, so let's talk about the box, Chris. You know, we're here because we all love fishing, right? And I love the fact that we get to help people have more fun every time they go out, whether it's, you know, by giving them the right baits for the right time of season, whether it's creating content that helps them, you know, learn something new about it, or even the guidebook. But when I think about it, like, I read it now. I read it from cover to cover for a few reasons. One, I got to proofread it for spelling and grammatical errors. And two, I want to see what I learn. And, you know, some months I love it. Some months I'm like, okay, I think we can continue to build upon this. But I'd love to know what people think. Like, do you even read this thing? Like, do you scan the QR codes that are on here? Do you watch the videos? You know, like this month, it's all about fall, right? And we got crankbait tips and we got gear suggestions. But are you learning anything? And I'd love to know. Like, I'd love to know if you read it, are you learning anything? What do you think we could do to make this better? Are we not including something that we should? You know?
Can I just start with?
Yeah,
I have
please.
I have a favorite book that you did a while ago.
Oh, there
And
it
so
is.
there's a real pretty person. So I opened that one right away, and I was like, oh, this is great. You know, it's got my wife Kelly on there.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you, I'm not a book reader. So are you
Yeah.
a book reader? Or do you read a lot of books?
I like Audible.
Okay,
I'd
so
much
Audible.
rather listen to the book, and because the idea of me sitting down and reading for like hours at a time, I just can't even imagine having that opportunity. But you
Now,
know,
magazine. Are you a magazine person? Because magazines are kind of going on the way out, obviously digital things. But I loved magazines growing up, skateboard magazines,
sure.
motocross, whatever. And when I see these, I'm like, okay, I can get through that. I can't sit and read a book, kind of like you. I'll get distracted. I probably have ADHD and different things that I know my kids have diagnosed me with. So this is the perfect answer for my attention span to grab some tips to read through it. And I'm with you. I think this should go back to the callers. And if we want to open up the calls early today, I would love to get some insight of what people do. They read it is one. I'll bring up the comment I gave away last week. We had a person that said this was the first book they've read since 12th grade, cover to cover. And I was like, I love it. I totally relate to that because there's been so many books that people say, you got to read this, you got to read this. And just finding the time to sit down and dedicate. I know it's something we should probably all do, but this guidebook, and I like to call it the Bass Bible, it's loaded with information of like what the good book says. And I tease a lot when I'm giving bass fishing information. It's like, hey, you know, the good book says cast into the wind and cast into the sun. This book is the good book. And so curious to hear what people have to say. Do they open it? And then I think in a little bit, we could probably start talking about QR codes and things and see if people know what a QR code is. But first off, the book itself, I mean, are the lines open? What do we have to officially do to get lines open to see if people
the lines are open, and we'd love to hear from you. So if you've got a question, about this month's box, the baits that came in it, how to fish it, or you want to chime in and tell us what your thoughts are about this or what we can do to make the boxes better, we want to hear from you. So Fix, why don't we take our first caller? Go ahead, caller. Hello? Hello? Is it because it's my birthday and you're... Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Who's this?
Brian Rand from Maine.
Right on. First time calling in?
Yes, first time calling in.
Love it. Right. Love it. So what do you think about this? Do you first of all, are you a current subscriber?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I purchased a lot.
All right. And do you read this?
Right. Oh yeah, cover to cover.
What are your thoughts?
Perfect.
I think it's laid out nicely. I think it's really informative, and I get a lot from it.
Okay. Anything you'd like to see us add to it, or you think we could improve on it?
Not really.
He likes it. It's good. I know. Do you read books? Do you have a favorite magazine that you read as well right now that's related to fishing?
No, I'm kind of attention deficit, so it's kind of hard to stay focused for long periods of time.
We're all related. I love it. We got the same thing going on. I think this little insert here, this guide is perfect for that. As far as knowing that you're a subscriber, you're basically part of the Monster Bass family. Sounds like you like it. Do you ever click the QR codes with your phone and then go further into the website and some of the videos that they're linking you to? Have you ever done that from this guide?
Yes. Just every
you're like the
QR code.
All right, show's over. We're doing a great job. Give him all 5 rods.
He's got him. He's crushing it. I'm telling you, that's the loyal side. That's great. Great answers.
All right.
Oh, a year going.
So I want to ask you,
So,
do you save them? Do you keep the books? Because these are some questions I had is, do you keep them and reference them later, or is it like a one-time read and you're done with it?
No, I actually have a big stack of them inside of a box, inside of a MONSTERBASS box. So I just stockpiled for the past year. So that's, and I have 2 subscriptions, so that's 24.
Yeah. This is like, you're like the best partner ever. This best call. Done.
Dad, is that you?
He's back.
Yeah.
It's a happy birthday call. I don't know how we're going to qualify the first, like the first rod giveaway, but I'm going to say I'm leaning towards maybe he deserves a free rod.
For sure.
Just to set the precedence. Like, we're supposed to give away 5 rods today. And if you're keeping these and you're reading them and you're clicking, that's awesome.
Sorry, what were you
I
saying?
mean, I've always been Mr. Positivity all through chats.
Amazing. Tell me your name again.
Give him a rod.
Brian Ramp.
Oh, it's Brian. Sorry. Yeah, give him a rod. Write it down, Fix.
You know,
Fix, rod, done.
You know, I sent 2 shirts.
Yeah, I know who it is. I didn't hear you the first time around.
Okay.
It's the audio in here, or the fact that I'm a year older, and you know.
Well, I'm 46, so
Well, Brian,
wearing glasses.
you've got some catching up to do, my friend.
Right.
So.
I hear you there.
All right. Well, Brian, thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. We'll figure out how to get a hold of you. Actually, I know how to get a hold of you. Fix is going to write it down. We're going to hook you up, and we're going to give you a free rod. Just let's kick the show off right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rick.
You got it, buddy.
You're awesome.
Thank you. You're the
All
best.
you guys.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
All right.
Take care, guys.
And I great job. I think we should mention the rod. Isn't it a David Dudley, like a pro model, like cork handle, high end?
Yeah.
Are you doing that rod today? I mean,
let's give away those.
giving away something quality right there. That's pretty awesome.
Giving away rods. Who doesn't want a free rod? Let's go to our next caller. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB? Hello? Hello?
Hey,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, first off, I am John Morente. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Been a long-time MONSTERBASS subscriber. And, of course, wanted to say happy birthday to you, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. To both of us, it's our birthdays tomorrow.
Hey,
Hell
thanks.
yeah, dude. That's a double.
Yeah. It's a twofer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But, yeah, for the input on the box and the book, I enjoyed the book. One, I enjoyed because it makes me fish in ways that I really am not comfortable fishing, like or I'm not confident in fishing. Because sometimes I tend to just go to, say, for instance, a crankbait, which I'm very comfortable throwing, and I really don't like. One thing I want to get better at, so funny, I want to get better at pitching and flipping. So, yeah, that's what I enjoy about the book. Is it makes me fish out of my comfort zone. If you know what I'm saying by that.
Do you click on do you scan the QR codes?
I honestly do not scan the QR codes. Like, I'll get the emails from you guys, and I imagine those are the same videos, unless I'm completely wrong on that. Like,
Well, I'll tell you, Rick and I were talking to maybe do some secret landing pages with the QR codes coming up in the future. So we might pull some stuff out to do some exciting QR possibilities in the future books, just to entice some people to go. It's good that you're being honest about it. I can tell you, Rick, I mean, I hate to say, I've only done like one of the QR codes and click to link to further information. And it's kind of small. It might be that I need my glasses to see that QR code. And I think I was trying to show it. Not everyone really knows what a QR code. I think it's cool. There was a guy that just wrote in on the chat. He said, my attention is so poor that he gets the baits, he goes in fishing. He's like, there's a book in there? Like, you didn't even know. So that was JJ. So this is, I think it's great. You're calling in and you're sharing that you're reading these things. Another person said it sits on his table next to him and he references it. Do you save you said you read them. Do you save these books for future information to go
Absolutely.
back to? Or
I've got it. I do. Yes, because sometimes it's easy to get on the internet and look it up. But yeah, for me, I actually have all of the books. I've saved them all. Same way with the stickers. I actually kind of missed the little cards that you guys sent of the guys, like professional fishermen. But
trading cards. Yeah, the trading cards
for reference. Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey, not a problem, brother. You guys have a good night. Happy birthday again.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I was fishing last night with a friend, and he's made this chatterbait. It's a bladed jig that's huge, and it's working great in our local lake. The fish haven't seen it, and he's just crushing fish. And I had a worm that was given to me from another company, and I was trying it, and it was kind of frustrating thinking, man, I should switch to that bait and be more successful. But I stuck to my guns and I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. Is it going to catch fish in the fall? Do I need to dead stick it? Am I fishing it faster across the top of the grass? So exactly like that caller was saying, when you're trying different baits and the box really encourages you to broaden your spectrum to try different techniques, at the end of the day, you're going to be a much better angler and you're going to be more diversified. So that's my takeaway always with this box. And it parlays into the fishing swim bait crew. The box is this great addition that people really, if they're not fishing these techniques, the guidebook gives you the insight. So it's like you get a bait, you pick it up, you can thumb through the guidebook and it explains exactly how to try it. It's pretty crazy that it's that tied in. Can you tell me the evolution of this? Like, I know you first did insert cards and now we have this, I call it the Bass Bible.
Yeah.
Was this your idea? I mean, it looks like you're working with a lot of pros to get the tips and things. How did this evolve into what it is today?
Yeah. I mean, this goes back a while. I mean, this goes back to my Lucky Tackle Box days even. And I wanted the box to be more than just a box full of baits because, 10 years ago, Mystery just put a little card in there and they did their thing and they were catering to they're catering to the little kids. And we wanted to be different and we wanted to educate. We wanted to make sure that we were helping you become a better angler, because Scott Martin said to me a long time ago, he's like, I may not be the best crankbait guy, but I think I'm the most versatile because my father told me at an early age to master every technique so that regardless of the conditions or the body of water, I should be able to catch fish. I'd say he's done a pretty good job. I mean, he's made a lot of money fishing, and
yeah, he's done okay. He's okay. Yeah. I would say he's done fine. Actually, I can share it. He's the person I bought his signature rod when I got way into bass fishing like 10, 12 years ago.
Akuma's?
I bought a Scott Martin Akuma. That was the evolution of me connecting with Akuma, was that rod, the Tournament Concept Series. I'm like, this guy is smart. Yeah. And that's what I really enjoyed about him and I took it to heart, where now if I want a new technique, I give myself a 100 fish challenge. And it's like, I won't give information on how to use a bait or really instruct someone until I've caught 100 fish on that style bait.
That's amazing.
And so I did that. I was bad at jerk baits for a long time. And it's like, I just never really used them. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to catch 100 fish on a jerk bait. Doesn't mean you're great, but catching 100 fish, you kind of get an idea on how to use something.
For sure.
Yeah. 100 fish. It's like, some people don't get to catch 100 fish in a season. I live next to an aquarium. So, and that's just part of it. But Scott Martin, it's great that you have that insight. I'll tell you, looking at the guidebook, I mean, knowing what's in the, can I just say how fantastic your picture looks? Like that first page, like the very first page, like it's so great. Like the first shot fishing, like there's some good looking pics in this guidebook. I want to hear from people. Is there something they want to see added? Like, you and I were chatting about like the men's fitness guide and like a nutritional, do we want some like lifestyle goals? I know that, your interactions, like, should there be like meditation and how that benefits fishing to kind of go, not just fishing techniques. Would anybody want to see anything else in this that could be helpful life tips? Or maybe like there's like Joe the barber in the back end has a funny dad joke section. That's that's the stuff that I'm thinking just outside of the box of like, hey, how can we make this more fun? Should there be a crossword puzzle? Like, do people need some like a word search that's bass fishing?
Yeah.
And it's the cool part is like you've said all along, is this is family friendly across the board. Could this be something that, you're passing your hand to your kids? And it's cool to have something that can be laying around the house and you feel comfortable that anybody picks it up. But what else can we be doing to help out the customer base and, just make fishing more fun and more educational? So,
yeah. Well, let's go to our next caller and let's find out. And again, for everyone at home, if you're just tuning in, we're giving away 5 rods today. So if you want to be part of the conversation, call in 323-210-4180 and you might win yourself a rod. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Rick, this is Raymond McDonald from Oregon.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Doing good. Happy birthday to both of you, first of all. We all love you guys.
Thank you.
So, information on the boxes. So, as you might remember or might not, that's okay. I've been a subscriber for several years, 3. I love the boxes. I love everything about the boxes. I have every book somewhere from the past 3 years. I read them. My wife reads them. My daughter, who is 7, reads them. Well, she looks at the pictures and she goes, "Oh, Daddy, look at that big fish. Oh, Daddy, look at that." And I'm like, yeah. The baits are great. Everything you guys give, it's always something different, especially with this new stuff of naming the bait. It really feels like you're including us in the company. Hey, help us name this bait. And I personally love it. I do read the book. I don't scan the QR the codes because my phone unfortunately does not do that. So I don't jig fish. I've tried it. I'm like, I don't know how to work this. And I flip to the jig portion and I read it. One thing that I miss, that I look for is the different types of ways you can fish a jig, which isn't in the book, which I would love to see in the book. It gives you depth and location, the gear suggestion, which I love. But I would love to see the different types of ways, even a small explanation of how you would fish a jig.
So maybe you can't scan the QR code, but if we've got a video on the bait, it might be helpful if it said, monsterbass.com/video23.
Yeah, well, and whenever I have both notifications and emails and text messages, so whenever something new comes out, I'm like, oh, he's got a new video, and I go and I watch it, and my wife listens, and my daughter sits right there, and she listens. So it's like you said, it's aimed at, it's for all ages, it's family friendly, and we love it.
Listen, I really appreciate your support over the years. I love the fact that you and the family take the time to read this. I think it's great what you're doing by incorporating your child into this. And like you said, even if she's just looking at the pictures, it's a great way to get started and spend some quality time. And can't beat day on the water with your kids.
Yeah.
So.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
She's like, "Daddy, when can I get a box?" And I'm like, "Well, when you're old enough, maybe in a couple of years." She's like, "Daddy, I want a box too." I'm like, "All right, we'll see."
Yeah,
because she loves it.
Yeah. Well, listen, man, thank you so much. Really appreciate you, and I appreciate you calling in to wish us a happy birthday and give us some feedback.
Of course, we all appreciate you and the hard work you guys put in.
Thank you, man.
That's awesome. Take care.
All right. What do you got for us, Fixie? Go ahead, caller.
What's happening, Rick?
Hey, who is this?
What's going on, Rick? This is the hype man, Steven Scott from Tennessee.
Hey, how are you, man?
Good. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
and
you, sir.
all that are celebrating this month. I don't want to leave anyone out, but yeah, so I got a couple things. Obviously, long-time subscriber to the boxes. And my thunder was stolen a little bit. I actually was thinking, planting an Easter egg in there with some of those QR codes, and having some kind of giveaways, just because it's more incentive to read. But definitely digital media is the way to go, because I'm in my truck all day for work and, sitting there at times, and I can just play things and listen. I mean, that's how I learned most of what I've learned. But I do read the books, especially the ones that are on the techniques that I don't feel like I'm mastered at, so to speak. Or if I'm even struggling with a certain technique, I'll go in there and it may be, oh man, maybe I need to try a different line, or maybe this, that, and the other, different speed. So I do keep the books until they disappear somehow.
Sure.
But I think what would be cool is something different. I know that it's a tall task, but maybe, and I know you've increased this and you've had it at times, but having some of the guys that we watch on TV, that are known for certain things. I know out there in California, they love the big swim baits, but having those guys talk about, well, when I'm struggling with a swim bait, because we all know that swim baits can be feast or famine. What do? Do you go conventional? Do you switch to a different swim bait? I mean, that's a question that, he could answer right now.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I fish. I'll just jump in. I love that. I fish swim baits a small percentage of my fishing, because most people that I deal with that talk about swim baits, they only show up to fish with swim baits. And I look at lakes, and there's different spots that swim baits are more successful depending on how fish are targeting what they're eating. So I'll admit it. I use the Ned rig a tremendous amount. That's one thing that people won't ever admit on a show like this. I drop shot like crazy. Last night I was using a weighted octopus hook with a worm on it. And I am all about different techniques. And that's why my relationship with Rick and Monster Bass, and it's talking about diversifying our techniques of things that work. Cause I'm a firm believer it takes way too much time to make a swim bait work all the time. There's some places you can't literally swim a swim bait. If it's grass and you're punching, I mean, 15 years ago, you couldn't get the fish under the mat. People are like slapping frogs and trying to figure it out. Punching kind of came around to the public 15 years ago. And I'm a firm believer in figuring out what works. And so because I know the swim bait crowd out of California, definitely I'm not in that crowd dead on only using swim bait. So those are great questions. And I think you're talking about having some of that in the books. I'm a big believer that fishing pressure has increased. And I think we need to start maybe looking at not what works perfectly in the perfect scenario. Your question of like what works when the water's pressured, or you're down and out, or you're not catching fish. I think that's probably more important for a lot of us to figure out, like, what's the fallback? We all have our favorite way to catch fish, but what do we need to do to actually put some fish in the boat? So I think that's a smart way to use. As far as your use of the book. Yeah, go ahead. I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you on the book. Do you keep the books and reference them later, or do you just read them one time and it's that one-time opportunity to glean some information from them?
It's both. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not going to say, I'm not near as, and I'm a reader for sure. I mean, always have been. They're definitely read initially, but I'm not going to say that I will keep all of them.
Sure.
I don't have 24 or 36 things, but there's definitely techniques. I just recently got a kayak and have been a bank guy for, forever, unless I was fortunate enough to have someone take me out with them. But, and to your point, I would never fish a drop shot from the bank. It just was not a technique that made any sense to me from the bank. But I got in a little tournament a couple weekends ago in a lake that's feast or famine, and it's cold. We had a cold front overnight. I actually pulled out a drop shot because the fish were literally suspended right there under me, and I'd thrown everything. I mean, everything that I normally would throw that, I know I can catch it on this, but, I said, you know what, let me try a drop shot, and literally caught the three keepers that I needed just to be on the board. But, that information being found in the book, because knowing how to tie up, the certain hooks, or how far to have the weight below it, or, those kind of things. It's just not right on the top of my head because it's not a technique that I employ very often.
That's awesome. That's good feedback. And I think that Rick, that he's telling us right there. I mean, having the techniques, it opens his eyes to something he's not normally used to. That's a testimonial right there of what Monster Bass Box delivers, what the book is all about, and giving you that insight of, hey, there are different ways to catch fish. And, like you're saying, you listen to Scott Martin, if you can diversify, you're going to do better all around. So I think this is great feedback.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in, man. Really appreciate
it.
I know. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, last thing.
Yeah.
The big swim bait guys, and on the forums and everything else, they want to, they say, well, you just got to keep going. I'm not of that school. I'm out there to catch fish. I'm not out there to get skunked every time. So, they may say they don't pull anything else out, but, they can't enjoy it every time by just throwing and retrieving a 2 to 3 to 4 ounce bait. They got to be exhausted with no results. So I don't buy that they just love it for.
I tease them all the time. It's great to tease them, and a lot of them end up with shoulder surgeries 3 or 4 times, and they're committed to their craft, and I applaud them for that. But I'm with you. It's like if something's not working, I'm going to try something else. So that's good for you. Keep it up, man. Let us know how it goes.
Sure.
Congrats on catching 3 fish and going to drop shot. My wife would be proud. She's like the drop shot queen, and sometimes those stubborn fish. It's fun to watch. You watch the shows and the television, Major League Fishing, and you watch guys in certain areas, they're only using drop shots. So there's nothing wrong. I pride myself in saying that no way is cooler or better. It's just like feed the fish what they want. It's all okay. So good for you.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, man.
I appreciate it. And thanks, Rick. And I'll be down on Gunnersville November 11th. So hopefully we'll have a good showing down there in our kayak tournament.
Do it.
Right on.
Let us know how you do.
All right.
Rick, I got some insight. Somebody wants a centerful spread. And at first I was like, you know what, we're Monster Bass, but they said they want to see Rudd in a Speedo. So maybe like the Boys of Bass Fishing is whole new.
Oh my God.
like the page 3 Boys of Bass Fishing. We want to be,
I don't know that I want to see Rudd in a Speedo.
Okay.
No disrespect to the man. I love him to death, but we got a lot of calls.
Good feedback. Let's go.
Yeah, that's great feedback. Let's power through these. Fixie, we got to stick to like 2 minutes a call. Okay. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from?
Hello. This is John. Yeah, it's John Ellis, live in Minnesota.
John, how are you, man?
Hello.
Hi.
Good. How are you doing?
Hey. Good.
And happy birthday. Happy birthday, everyone. My birthday was actually on Sunday as well, so it's October birthdays.
Happy birthday to you too, man.
Happy birthday.
All right. So I grew up kind of fishing on the river for catfish, haven't fished for a long time. And I got 2 boys who are 8 and 10, so they're getting into fishing. And so I subscribed, platinum subscription, kind of to build up my tackle, so I don't have any. And so I do read the books because I'm trying to learn everything I can, watching all the videos, reading everything I can. So I appreciate what's in the books. But I guess one thing I would like is, I'm getting into fishing. I think a lot of people that are subscribers have been doing it for a long time and know how to do a lot of this, is how to rig the plastics, right? So not only, hey, you got jigs or crankbaits, whatever, how to fish those, but when you get hooks and plastics, how do you rig it? Like a Ned rig, Texas rig, weedless, drop shot we were just talking about. Last week you're talking about a beast hook with an underspin. Well, how do you rig that? And if you go to YouTube University and search on that, not great videos come up. So it'd be great to have, just maybe a picture of the plastic, or you describe it, and then write a QR code that links to the video. Hey, this is how you can rig it.
Good feedback.
Yeah, great feedback. Because I mean, you rig it wrong and it shows poorly to a fish. You're really lowering your chance of catching a fish. So having the right plastic and the right hook is a great thing. Just simply rigging it where it swims crooked, where it's bent, that's just awesome feedback. So Rick, I'm taking a note.
Okay.
Can I ask you, you mentioned you have these boxes. Do your kids read the inserts? Cause I know this is the whole thing. Like the importance of reading to me is really, that's a big thing. And I have 6 kids, and I used to tease with my kids, like, stop reading a book, go outside. Cause my kids were all readers. And then now looking back of how they're all smarter than me because they read more. Do your kids read the insert books?
Well, again, I'm a new subscriber. I've only gotten 3 boxes.
Okay.
Because I need to get tackles because I don't have any. So when I get a box, I sit down, I open it, we go through them with my sons, and they look at the books as well.
Awesome.
I don't know how much they read them, but they do look at them. Yeah.
That's cool. No, and I just, that feedback, it's like,
and, another.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then, something else is, this may be outside of kind of the scope a little bit, but again, getting into fishing, living in Minnesota, I've got a couple lakes to choose from, a couple thousand. But when you go to a new lake, what do you do to read the lake or determine where you want to fish? And I mean, that's something else I'm trying to learn as well. So just other tips of not only how to fish the bait, but maybe, how to read lakes, rivers, things like that. That'd be perfect.
I like it. No, that's good. My note is, and this is a great call, is we have these specific things that are in the box, but maybe a broader scope, helpful tip or a corner in this book that is kind of the nod to being the Bass Bible to give us some guidance when you show up at a lake or something. So that's a great call. Great feedback.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thank you. All right, Fixie, let's go. Good stuff. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, happy birthday to both of y'all, first and foremost.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hope y'all have a good birthday.
It'll be great.
Yeah, I have tons of the books. I've been a Monster Bass subscriber for like a little over 2 years, so I probably got 20, 30 books, and I definitely keep all of them in a box. Every month I add the new one to it. But I mean, I watch a lot of the videos because I'm more of a visual learner than a reader.
Yeah.
So I definitely do watch all the videos, and I love whenever y'all, like the older books, how they used to show kind of how you rig it up, like how some of the past callers were talking. I wish y'all could kind of go back to that. So just showing kind of a picture of the bait. Like I do like how to rig it up because I'm still kind of learning how to rig up certain baits. So if y'all could do like more videos on the rigging techniques and stuff and the different ways you can rig that certain plastic, because I know like some of them you can only rig it on a jig, some you can rig 10 different ways. So if y'all could just do more videos on that. And I mean, one thing I'd maybe add to the book is maybe like in the back, like a little spot where you can put like notes. So like if you're watching the Monster Bass live and you want to take down a note or something. The only thing I don't understand is like the Astro table.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to learn like the Astro table thing. So if we can like maybe make a video on that.
Okay. Great.
But I mean, I do love the different baits.
I was going to tell you that the key to that Astro table.
Awesome.
I'll tell you, and this is one thing that I was going to mention, is that Astro table to maybe leave a little blank spot to the side that you can write down if you fished that day and when you were fishing and how successful it was. So maybe a little blank spot, you can highlight it. So just give you some information on that Astro table, depending on like there's a feed window and people start talking about all these things in the lunar pool, and obviously tide is affected, but it's affecting what's going on in the barometric pressure. You need to take notes and seeing when your fish are eating and when you're being more successful, and then relate that into the future of like, oh, this worked this month when this lunar phase was happening. That can give you some insight for the future months. So I'm with you. Maybe having a spot where we can write some notes, especially on the Astro table page, if people are going to key into that. You're talking sophisticated fishing knowledge. So good for you for at least researching that and starting to think about it. So fish are way smarter than us about when they should eat or their opportunistic feeder. So all of those things that are happening around them, pretty important. Us, we just drive by a drive-through or something. We're like, hey, that looks good. I'll go and eat that right now. But tying yourself into the moon and what's going on, that's pretty important for being a super successful angler. So good job.
Yeah, great question. Let's go to our next caller. Go ahead, caller. How's it going?
Hey, this is Steve. How are you?
I couldn't be better.
That's cool. Well, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, this is Steve calling from New York, and I called a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to Chris about, some advice about my tournament, and he told me to call in and let him know how it went.
Well, what's the report? We're waiting pins and needles over here. Let's go. Did you do good?
Well, practice was awesome.
Yes,
I had a very good day on practice. Practice, it was really awesome. It was nice weather. It was sunny, cloudy. I wore shorts, and I done pretty good. I started in the morning. I used, what did I use in the morning? God, mind very care. A whopper flopper in the morning, and I missed 2 decent fish on in the morning, but I kept using it, and then it went away. So then I switched to a square bell crankbait.
Yeah.
And I was fishing these little ripraps that were coming down, and it was like a big rock there because I figure, smallmouths don't like to hang out in the current a lot because it just wears them out. So
they're lazy. Yeah, they're lazy.
Video,
good for you.
Go ahead.
So I was going to say, so I know some practice, you said you did good. The next day, though, I'm guessing the weather changed, and I'm hoping you threw out everything you learned from practice. Oh, my
God. The weather.
Yeah, it's different. You got to fish different.
I tried, but I caught 2, 14 and a 15-inch, but that was it. But I'm talking rain. It wasn't rain. It was a tsunami, and the wind was crazy. I mean, my gear is supposed to last about 6 hours before you start feeling it through it, but it was an hour before I was completely soaked.
Okay, so
the
new topic of the show is proper rain gear.
Well, I'm telling you, we need that in the book. I'm taking a note. We need some outside of just technique information of how to get ready to fish in inclement weather. So I got a note over here. This is a great call.
All right.
So back to the books.
Yeah.
Do you read the books? Do you use the books? Did the books help you?
Yes, I do read the book. That's where
successful practice day.
Yeah, very good. I mean, I caught 2 17s, I caught a 15, I caught a 14, and my last one, I was using a topwater bait. I was using the same one, whopper flopper, and I had a nice bass on it. He was jumping out of the water, and then he shook it, and a hook came out of his mouth. So when I pulled it in, I looked at the hook. He bent to bar the hook.
All I'm going to tell you is
we got rid of it.
You won practice, never win practice ever again, and save some of those fish for game day. But no, congrats on at least going out and finding some fish. And it sounds like you learned a whole bunch. So I appreciate you letting us know. That's awesome.
Yeah, good work. All right. We're moving through them. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from?
My name is Johnny Green. I live in Missouri.
Johnny, tell me what you think about the box.
Yeah,
what do we need to do to make this thing better?
Man, I don't know. I dig the box. I'm new. I got one more box coming, and then I got to re-up. So, but I don't know. I really enjoy boxes because it's once again trying to it'll direct me into something that I'm not as familiar with. So I'm getting out there. I'm learning new techniques. I'm catching more fish.
Yeah, Johnny, do me a favor. Turn the volume down on whatever you're watching us on.
Okay, I thought I had it turned down.
That's all right.
That's all right.
I don't like
there was 2 of you. That's okay. Yeah. We're okay.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
No worries.
But yeah, man, I love the boxes. I love the baits. As far as the books go, I mean, I like them. I do read them. For some suggestions, maybe new body breakdown, new body of water breakdown. Even maybe a favorite recipe somewhere in there. And
see, now we're talking. A favorite fish recipe. Done. This is so good.
Yeah, like fish tacos, I mean.
I'm not going to lie. I did this. And when we were at Lucky Tackle Box, I took a girl that was a chef at Food Network, pretty girl, and I had her post recipes, and I don't know that anyone ever made them. No one ever commented about it.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we should bring it back.
yeah, I think it'd be cool, but yeah. And then I guess another thing, like I said, just you guys seem like you got a pretty good sense of humor over there, so maybe throwing in like a funniest day on the water, like a little story or something for people to send in. I don't know, something just to
I love it.
make you not feel so bad.
I
love
See,
it.
A little easy
But, yeah, I
reading,
think
Rick's fails, fishing fails, or something. I think that's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's a little light reading for the bathroom, you know?
That's all right.
There you go.
mean-
That's where I keep mine anyway when I'm done.
See, you're
I love it. I love it. Listen, if we were to make this mandatory reading for Raphie in the bathroom, he'd have it memorized in 3 days, front to back. That guy spends more time. In fact, we've renamed the bathroom in my house. It's Raphie's bathroom. It's not even mine. But listen, thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate you and your support
Yeah,
and your
thank you
feedback.
guys.
Love it.
All right.
Top 10 lakes per state. I'm just reading the chat on my phone. People are saying top 10 lakes per state. Oh, wait a minute. Now Raphie's got, I'm guessing, our age.
He's got and he's got a whole thing going. Turn off the cell in the phone. I mean, in the plane. Like, cut him off.
All right. Go ahead. Let's
Right.
get the next caller. And then we might want to turn the hotline off so that anyone that's on hold is guaranteed to get in. So if you're on hold, just stick with us. You're guaranteed to get in. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from?
Yo.
Yo.
Mom?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Dude, I've been listening to the show through my phone, so I'm not sure if you're listening to me or somebody else.
I'm listening to you.
It's you. You're in. You got us.
All right. Let
All
me
right.
take this off speaker.
Okay.
So we're talking about the guidebook.
We talk about, it doesn't have
I
to be
wanted
just the
to-
guidebook. It could be about, like, what else should we be adding to the box? What should we be doing differently?
Well, man, you done confused me now.
Oh. Right.
You're doing everything. You're doing everything good.
Okay.
I think the boxes are pretty good. You know, I mean, comparably, they're excellent.
Okay. Yeah. Do you read the guidebook?
The guidebook, I've thumbed through it mostly. I've read a couple of them.
Fair enough.
I'm kind of like Chris said. I'm not a huge reader either. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the crossword puzzle, my
Yeah,
wife
see?
would love that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and she'd probably love the centerfold of Rudd in a Speedo.
All right, that's 2 for Rudd and a Speedo.
I'm telling you, this
Oh,
is gonna go somewhere.
No, that was actually me. But yeah, maybe you can talk Mikey Balls into getting face or getting swimsuit girl on there.
Oh,
We're gonna get in trouble.
yeah, yeah.
Backpedal quick.
But no, seriously, the QR codes, they just take you to the the Monster Bass page. They don't take you to like here. I got the book right here. So this is cranking them up shallow this fall, right?
Yeah.
I click on that, it just takes me to the website, and then I have to search through the website to find cranking them up this fall. You know what I'm saying?
So
maybe if the
go ahead.
Maybe if the codes actually led to what the page is describing, that
the direct link right to a video that the page is talking about. So
direct link. There you go.
Okay. Yep.
But other than that, I think you should probably have the Monster Bass Cares QR code on here somewhere. You know,
That's a good call. It's not in there. Yeah.
No, it's not.
You're
I'm not. I think it may have been in. It may have been in one or two. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%
But
sure.
you're right. If it's
yeah, I would
we
make
care
that
about,
a permanent print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, maybe in the back corner somewhere with the promos. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, that's great. We got the notes.
Yeah.
This is why we go to the people. The people know, Rick. Monster Bass cares. QR code, direct link to whatever we're talking about. This is an awesome call. It's great.
Yeah. Thanks so much for calling in, man.
And we'll work on that. We'll work on that Rudd Speedo for your wife. So we're good.
Yeah, I just typed it in. Rudd Speedo.
Done.
Yeah. All right. It's good stuff, Fixie. You're moving us right along. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from and what's your PB?
I'm from Mount Bethel, Pennsylvania. PB's 3 pounds.
Good work.
Been with you guys for about a year now. Got a 1.5 year subscription, and we'll be renewing it because it's perfect for a person like me. Because you go to the store, you look at fishing baits, and you just don't know what to get. You guys pick them out. You send me stuff I normally wouldn't buy for me to try. It's great.
And you try it all?
I like your. What's that?
Do you try it all?
I don't have time to try them all. I got so many from you guys, but I try as many as I can.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And I use your videos. I'm not much of a book person. I kind of look at your books and I got a sheet protector. I keep them all in that, and there's a whole section of my tackle box I take out with me. That way, if I need a quick reference, but I like to get on the videos. I'm a hands-on type guy, and I really like it.
Love it.
Just you guys, do you partner with different guys? I know you have different partners, different guys I see on the videos and stuff. But do you do different areas of the United States? Like we're up in the Northeast here in Pennsylvania. I like to fish the Delaware River there between Pennsylvania and Jersey.
Sure.
And the fish are, fish up here are a little different than down in Florida, a little different in Texas.
So what's the question, though?
You guys partner with, you have video partners with other people that are like in my area or something that would focus more on the techniques of where I'm at?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So thank you for calling in with that question, by the way. One of the things I think we could do better is with the 700 videos, we could probably break it out by region so that you could literally just click, where in the country do you live? Northeast. Great. Here's all the videos that have been created by someone that lives in the Northeast that might be fishing, your types of body of water or the techniques that you're looking for. So that's a really good idea too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, regional boxes, regional videos. That's great.
Yeah, I love the boxes. Like I said, stuff you send, I normally wouldn't buy in the store. Hey, give it a shot. Give it a try. I'll definitely be renewing when my 18 months is up. I'll get another 18 months.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Take care.
All right, Fixie. All right. Oh, and to the last caller, you don't have to wait until the 18 months are up if you don't want. When I send you like an early renewal bonus with a free gift, you can take advantage of that at any time, and they'll just tack it on to the end, but they'll send you the gift now. So that's something you can always, take advantage of. And then next week, I've got a little bit of a surprise for you guys about something else. So make sure you tune in. Go ahead. Let's go to the next call. I can see it, Fixie. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from?
Hey, this is Chaz from Visalia, California.
Oh, where in California?
You guys, if you're semi-familiar with California, I'm an hour south of Fresno.
Okay.
You're close. Yeah, you know where they're at. I'm above you. They're below you. That's good.
Yeah.
You're like the meat of the best friend sandwich.
You're like, I was gonna say that.
And saw you guys all over YouTube, and I was like, I got to try you guys out. So I straight up bought a box from Amazon, and then I was like, okay, I got to subscribe to you guys. And then I picked up a subscription to your multi-species, and I just got the box today at lunchtime, actually.
And
was going through it. I know you guys have asked a lot of subscribers if they read the books, and it was like, I was going through the books, kind of like what the other guy was saying on the QR codes. I haven't had a chance to scan them, but it was like, if they go straight to the techniques, because it's like, I got some flies in here, and then some jigs, and then some of like the blood baby shad or blood minnows.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't fished those before, but it's like I mostly go after bass and trout. So I'm trying to expand it a little bit, and then we're going to go up and hit Milliken this weekend.
Okay. Well, definitely I hear the message loud and clear. QR codes that go straight to the video.
Yeah.
People don't want to mess around. This. Go ahead.
For like the stories at the end is I was gonna say Bobber Talk or for I was gonna say Crank Talk, but I think the bait packer in the back honestly sounds better than that.
Well, listen. Either way, I appreciate all your feedback and definitely your support. And
hey, Rick, can we give away another rod? I mean, he just called. He's just got his box today. Can we just like welcome him to the family in a crazy way? Is that all right?
Is that what you want to do?
I kind of feel like let's give this guy a rod. We got a couple more to get rid of. We're already at 5. Like, guess what? You called in. You just got your first box. I'm just going to reward you. Welcome to the family. You're stuck with us for a long time. So we need to grab I guess Fix is going to grab the info on our caller, and let's give him a rod.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. And happy birthday to you guys too. Cause I heard multiple callers say earlier that, happy birthday, and heard it was your guys' couple birthdays here, like really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow we give away rods for our birthday. It's the best. It's
there
cool.
You go. All right. Thanks for calling in, man.
Well, thank you so much.
All right. Let's get to our next one. How many we got left? 11, does that say? Yep. Dang.
Let's roll. Let's go
All
fast.
Right. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, gentlemen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, clear.
Perfect. My name's Corey. I'm from Western Iowa. Happy birthday, gentlemen. I'll try to keep it to your 2 minutes.
Thank you.
I think the boxes are great. I originally was brought to the Monster Bass because they were regional specific, and kind of like some of the other callers had mentioned, you go into like a Bass Pro or a Shields or a Cabela's or something like that, and it's just aisles and aisles of baits and trying to figure out where to start. And the community that I'm from, I'm 9 miles from the Missouri River, and so everybody catfishes, and hardly anybody bass fishes. I mean, I have to drive 4 hours to a really good lake just to try to bass fish, and a lot of what I do is small ponds, small county lakes, that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate the regional specific baits, because I was following, the big YouTube channel guys, and they're talking about Highland reservoirs, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And they're talking about these baits and that baits and 30-foot deep water and this kind of stuff, and I don't have that. But just trying to do what they do doesn't work, at least in the area that I'm in. So I've definitely tried all the baits that you guys have sent. I've been a subscriber for probably 8 months or so, and I look at the book, and I've used the QR codes. The only thing that I would think that maybe, at least in my opinion, that could be improved upon on the book is maybe a little bit more information, because a lot of the places that I do go, granted it's not going to be the same for everybody, has limited cell service. So, I could be right next to the lake and reference the book or whatnot, but I might not be able to scan the QR code.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
But no,
that's awesome.
I think it's great stuff, and I appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's do this.
Hey, Rick, people are asking our ages. I think there's a bet going on the side of what's happening. So I'm turning 51. Just let them know. They keep questioning, like, what?
In the
I'm
chat?
50 tomorrow. I'm 51 tomorrow. Yeah, I don't. It scrolled up a while ago, but I was like, you know, I'm proud to be alive, and I'm turning 51, so it's okay.
All
I
right.
don't know if you're gonna. Are you gonna share? Are you?
Yeah, I'm turning 54 tomorrow.
Yeah, be proud of that.
I am. I'm very proud of it.
Close to double nickels. I'm telling
That's
you, that
right.
55. That's gonna be cool.
Well, for double nickels, I'm climbing Kilimanjaro. So
yeah, I've heard. I know. We're doing that together, hand
That's
in
right.
hand. So we're
That's
going
right.
together.
Go ahead, caller. I think we got someone on the line.
Yep. Evening, gentlemen. Jordan Stout from Pennsylvania.
Hello, sir.
How you doing? I am brand new to the subscription boxes. Got my first one 4 days ago. I've also only been fishing for 3 months, so I'm brand new to the sport itself.
Welcome.
Found you guys on Facebook. At first, I'll be honest, when I saw the ad on Facebook, I was like, oh, here we go, another, cheap bait box that's just going to try to sell you crap. Looked at the reviews. Everybody seemed to love it. Signed up, got the box, and super happy about the variety. And like other callers have stated before, that it gives you stuff to fish for outside your comfort zone, or especially going into fall. Starting fishing in late summer, I had some pretty good days out. Now that the water's getting cold, fish aren't biting as much. But just to get baits that are very specific to the time of year is phenomenal. Looking forward to receiving more boxes and get out and fish with them in the future.
I mean,
I think the best. Come on, thank you.
Yeah.
Congrats, Monster Bass. No, seriously, that great feedback. Welcome to the fishing family. It's what it's about. I mean, Rick's made it his goal to make fishing more accessible, more fun, and you're in the right spot if you want to be directed on ways to be successful out on the water. So, welcome to the family. That's awesome.
Absolutely. The only thing suggestion I had for the pamphlet was for each lure that you guys send out, if there was a little chart at the bottom that would describe, like somebody had already mentioned, how to rig the bait, but as far as retrieve speed, water colors that it would serve best in weather patterns, whether it was an overcast, whether it was sunny day, just stuff like that at the bottom of every lure that you guys send out, so that we can kind of look at that book. People have said about keeping them on the boat and going back for reference. Like, okay, I got an overcast, stained water day. What can I throw? So,
I like that. No, the optimal situation of when to throw it. So I'm gonna share something with you. I think people get hung up on when it's the best time to throw something. I use the box differently. It's like somebody's catching a fish with a different bait. I try to duplicate what that bait's doing with something completely different. So don't be stuck on what works best, but I'm welcoming you to the family because I think some people get nervous. It's like you can make a square bill do something similar to how a swim bait is working. So make sure when you're going through your box, if you see somebody using something, you can change the way your bait is retrieved or how you're presenting it. And so you're trying to mimic something else that's successful. That's the fun of having this box with all these different baits. But hearing your suggestion that I'm looking right on crank them up shallow this fall. It tells you depth and location of what you're looking for, grass, and maybe we can go into some better presentations on how to be more diversified. So awesome insight. Well, welcome to the family.
Yeah, and I want to apologize. We hung up on you by mistake in the middle of it. Fixie was scrolling through because I asked him how many people were on the line, and he hit the button by mistake. So my apologies. Thank you again for calling in, and hopefully it won't be the last time we hear from you. Let's go to our next caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi, I'm Derek from Illinois.
How's it going, man?
And good, man. I'm driving, so sorry if it's loud, but I have enjoyed listening to the show while I'm on hold waiting to talk to you guys. And I just wanted to, I've been fishing for my whole life. I'm 45, and my son is 13, and he just got into it, like really into it this summer.
That's awesome.
So we spent as much time as I could on the water this summer, and I've seen all these boxes popping up on my social media posts or feeds, and I haven't committed to any of them yet. But after listening to your show, I'm definitely leaning towards the Monster Bass, because you guys seem like pretty cool guys, and you want to help guys catch fish. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's not just about a box of baits, right? I mean, it's about celebrating our love for fishing, helping you become a better angler and have more fun the next time you hit the water. And
I know. Can I add to be a better dad? Like you're talking about with your kid. That's incredible. Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. And I didn't fish for like 20 years, because I farm and the time just doesn't allow it sometimes. And the best times of year, the times of year where I'm just swamped with work and can't get out of the house or can't get out of work to take my son fishing. But he's really caught the bass fever, and we had a lot of good memories made this late summer when I wasn't in the field. And I want to buy his birthday's coming up in November, and I've been looking for a subscription box to buy him so he can add to his tackle box. And I don't know all the techniques and stuff. Like I said, I haven't fished solidly in 20 years, so yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards the monster bass. You guys are awesome.
Appreciate that. So listen, if you end up buying your son a subscription, email me at rick@monsterbass.com. Remind me of this conversation, and I'll throw in a little something for him.
How about what about a fishing rod? Don't we have to get rid of a couple more rods? What about a birthday fishing rod? Can we do that?
Hey,
I said 5.
That'd be
Let's
awesome,
go.
man. He like I said, he's gonna turn 14 in November. If he gets a fishing rod for his birthday, he's gonna be super pumped, man. I can promise
I'm
you
giving
that.
away all of Uncle
Give it
Rick's
away.
fishing rod. It
Go
sounds
for
like
it.
he's getting a new rod from Monster Bass for his birthday. So I guess
Hell
Fix will
yeah.
take care of that.
That's awesome, dude.
Congrats.
You guys,
Heck yeah.
I'm definitely gonna buy that subscription for Monster Bass then, because that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's been my biggest hang up is trying to get enough tackle and gear for us to go be able to fish and enjoy it. And I've spent way more money than I probably should have trying to get us gear, but if he loves doing it, then I love doing it with him. So
amazing, good
for
stuff.
you.
Appreciate you calling in, man.
Hey.
I hope someone's keeping track of how many rods I've given away. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's all right.
All right, Fixie. We're gonna roll through these. How many got left? It looks like it keeps getting. Well, you got to keep track of what the last one was. Okay, good, because we can't I see the number and it says 33 now. Okay, good. All right. You on the line?
Good evening, gentlemen, and happy birthday.
Good evening. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is a Lone Wolf 2873 from Michigan.
Amazing. Where in Michigan?
Emery City. If you're familiar with Port Huron, I'm just 45 minutes west of Port Huron.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I believe that. I'm gonna need your the last 4 digits of your Social Security and your mother's maiden name. I'm just kidding.
As far as putting in a centerfold, I'm going to have to cancel my subscription if there's any Speedos in there, man. I just signed up. I just received my 3rd box, platinum member. But you're going to scare me away if I have to deal with any banana hammocks.
Yeah, I can assure you.
Yeah,
there will be none.
So as far as the books, I actually have all 3 books right here at my computer desk. I don't retain stuff real easily, so I have to go back and read again and again and make sure I get it all sealed in. So squeezed in the subscription out of my disability check. I think it's a good investment to get me out on the water. So my personal best is only a pound and 4 ounce largemouth. I'm fishing a creek. Right. I'm coming off a 12-year hiatus of fishing. So
be proud of that.
Hey,
be proud of that.
I am. I'm hoping for something bigger before the season's up for us up here. But with the QR codes, it would be great if they went right to like everyone said, went right to the subject matter on the website. Or you could even add on the website, under, obviously, if we're subscribers, under our whatever our level is of box, when we log in on the Monster Bass website, maybe if there's a PDF of that book,
Okay.
Just an option, and definitely a website link, because I can't QR code at a computer, but I do use it when I go out fishing off of my phone. So I wouldn't want to get rid of the QR code, but maybe if there's a short link, that definitely would be good.
Appreciate it. It's good
Other
feedback.
than that, I love the book. I love the book. You don't have any BS in there. It's not filled with ads. It really is. It's a pleasure to read it. It kind of gets to the point, but, on a laid back level. I like it.
Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you.
Yep. I appreciate Monster Bass. You guys have a great evening.
Thanks. You too.
Thanks.
Man. All right.
I was told I got updates. I've given away 3 rods. I think we have one going to our golden ticket. So we got, I know
a guy.
All right. People are keeping track for us. I like it.
Go ahead, caller.
All right. Hey, how you doing? This is Alan from Austin, Texas.
How's it going, Alan?
I had a conversation with you at the beginning of June. I was on with Josh Moody.
Okay.
And I told you the story about the water skiing worm.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember that. And I'd been wanting to catch my first largemouth bass, and you told me that I was going to cross that off my bucket list pretty soon. Oh, happy birthday, by the way, both of you, Rick, Chris.
Thank you.
The week after I talked to you on the phone, I did catch my first largemouth bass.
Love it.
It was a dink. It was a dink. I mean, it was the smallest. I was so excited. I mean, I was just like, oh my God, they do exist, And so I've been a bank fisherman, for my whole life, and I went and bought a kayak at the end of June. And I've been trying to get out there on the water. Went out there about 4 or 5 times. A week and a half ago, October 10th, Sunday, I went out and I caught my PB largemouth bass on a Rolo 6.
Yes.
And I got it from your box. I got 4 boxes over the summer. I got the Lunker Hunt box. I caught it on the Rolo 6, 20 inches, 5 pounds. And I'm going to get the video on, I've got it all on video, and I'm going to get it up on my YouTube channel. Oh, I'm also Metalhead Music in the chat, by the way, just in case anybody cares. And the Rolo 6, I think it was like the copper chrome or copper black or something like that. It's a translucent green.
Yeah.
Just dragging it over some grass. I'd been out fishing all morning, top water. I got out there at 7:30 in the morning. Didn't catch this fish until, get this, the date was 10:08, and I caught the fish at 10:08.
Amazing.
That's me. See the moon lined up. People are so mad at you right now. You caught your first dink and then have a 5-pound PB. That's awesome. Congrats.
Good work, man.
Dude, my PB could have ate that dink and still been hungry.
I love it.
Seriously, it still could have been. I was ecstatic. I mean, it was really great. Jumped out of the water twice, got some great top water action. Didn't realize how big it was until I got it up next to the kayak. He got up next to the kayak and he jumped out of the water, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That thing is, and I just, I didn't even know the dance. You know what I mean? Like, okay, what do I do now? I got I hadn't caught a fish in the kayak yet. My first fish in the kayak was a 5-pound, 20-inch bass. I just wanted to follow up with you. You told me to call you back when I got my PB, and there it is. I mean, it was just awesome. And we're going out again this weekend, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait to get out there. Anyway, that's all. That's all. I don't want to hold up all your time. Just wanted to let you know. Thank you so much for what you guys did. I did a subscription over the summer. I got 4 boxes. I got the 3 boxes for the subscription, and then I got the Lunker Hunt box when you had that escapade with Jeremy and the whole the whole volume thing,
That was a
that back and forth, and all that. And so I got your, so I ended up getting the box for whatever, the discount that you put out there, and I was so happy with that box. Got the roach, got the battle beetle, got all that good stuff, and oh my god. Yeah, awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for everything you do. I appreciate it. I'll tell you, thanks a lot.
I'm going to tell you before you go. Yeah, you're going to be cut, but if you hear me, I'm just going to tell you the comments, and this is what being a part of the family is all about. You've got over here, I'm going to read it. It says, congratulations, caller. This is from Raymond. Pimpaw saying, congrats, Metalhead. Chappie, congrats, Metalhead. How cool is that our family in the chat hears a person call in, and it's all about celebrating each other. That's what being part of this Monster Bass family is about. What a community. That is really cool to see. It's not this arrogance. It's not this jealousy, truly celebrating another angler. That's pretty special stuff right there.
So good. You're spot on. Let's get to our next caller because we're going to try and get through these. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We got you. Yeah.
Hey, this is Billy. This is Billy Bob Roberts down in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and I got my PB is 9 pounds and 18 ounces. Caught it right here in the backyard in the pond, and I'll tell you one day I'm gonna break 10. I just know it. I just know it.
Hey, my kids.
Truth be told, though, you use forward facing sonar.
Yeah, I was gonna say my kids Invisalign. I need. Yeah. We got to talk about Invisalign or something.
That dang.
Listen, Cletus.
That news network so loud. But I tell you what, here I got one thing that you better not put in that darn box. One thing, and I got two complaints about the box. The first thing is you better not ever include nothing about that forward facing live bull honky. That is for the. Well, maybe you should include it because those people don't know how to catch a fish right there. I'll tell you that right now.
But you want Rudd in a Speedo.
Maybe you do need to include it. But the other thing, the complaint I got is that dummy. Hang on, my headphones fell out again. That box, my legs always fall asleep with that pamphlet. Both of them. They fall asleep every time. I sit there and read it on the toilet, and both legs fall asleep every time. Right? I don't. You got to do something about that. You got to do something about that. And then the last thing, and then I'm gonna hang up and.
Thank you.
I'll go yell at my wife again. But the last thing is that QVC code. The QVC code, I can't figure it out. Every time I take a picture, by the time the Polaroid develops, it don't do nothing. So I don't. It's broken. You guys need to fix your QVC codes. They don't work for nothing. But I tell you what, I got to run, guys. Nick Saban talking down at the old Catfish Feed House here at 7:30. I don't miss it any on Wednesday night. So you guys are doing great.
You are on Final Boss Tower level 3. He's out of his mind.
Give him a rod.
Yeah, he won't use it. We know what he uses. We're sending him a rod. Hey, thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
That was fun. Nick Saban. Wow. He dropped so many little bits.
Okay, well, hey,
I might like him as a guest on that show.
Did we know he had that? I've known him for a long time. That was was top notch.
No idea.
Yeah. Well, pretty good. Thanks for calling, Fishing the Lone Star. It was funny earlier in the chat. He said, "I think your best callers are calling in later." He was prompting himself, building it up. That's good.
All right.
Well done.
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you, man? Where are you from?
I'm good. Matt from New Jersey, and new to fishing, and got a pair of cheap rods for my daughter and I, and went out. We caught some panfish, which was fun. She loved it, but I was like, all right, we got to get something better than this. So joined Monster Bass and got your frog box you guys have, and
Shea Baker.
Got my PB on that Stanley ribbit. With my daughter, she netted it. We were super excited. So been loving the boxes. She loves the stickers, and the pamphlets are great too. I definitely like people saying putting word fine on the back, or my daughter loves mazes. She would love something like that on there. And I love reading about when you put out the Tokyo rig. Last month was great to have a tip in there because I'd never seen that before. Yeah. So that was cool to know how to rig it. And but I'd love to see like approach different types of water since I'm new to fishing, like ponds or lakes or even like out in the kayak versus bank. And even like a lot of times in these discussions, we'll be talking about different types of features of water, like points or brush piles or different types of grasses. And I still don't really know all of those things. So, even focusing on like different types of grass and what that means, or, bass behavior and things like that, different times of year, I think would be really helpful.
I like that. I actually put that down as a note, is learning a little bit more about what's in the water. The grasses are really important. What kind of grasses to look for, what kind of lures hang up on different grasses. There's a lot of information to be shared. So that's some really smart insight to things we can share, because that knowledge will help you a lot for sure out in the water. And congrats to you catching fish with your daughter. I mean, that's special moments, core memory forever for sure. So good job for you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we got a great picture of her with the net, and she loves going out, and sometimes she doesn't want to fish, but when we catch them, we're netting them. Like, she loves looking at them and taking pictures of them. So
I'll tell you a dad tip to another dad: make her a snackle box. So there's a tackle box, of course, but you need to get her a snackle box of all of her favorite snacks. Get it ready. That saves you about the first 20 minutes. If there's no fish, she's still having a good time. So there's a little dad tip to help you out on the water.
Yeah.
Truth.
I can't wait to I got a pack of the sours in the last box, and we're going to
you're in
out next time. And I got and I always give her the box. Sometimes she like covers the boxes, and then she'll find rocks and stuff, and and fills it with it while we're out there on the bank. So it's fun to reuse them like that.
Good treasure hunting boxes. See, now we got all these other uses for the boxes as well. Take the baits out and fill them up. I was enjoying some of those sours. So
yeah,
make sure you bring a drink if your daughter's going to tuck into some of those sours, because they're pretty good. But thanks for calling. That's just awesome.
Yeah.
Good
I got
feedback.
A level 1, so I think they'll be okay. Yeah,
you'll be all right.
That's good. Congrats again.
Yeah. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
All right. Last. How many total? Okay. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from? Oh. Go ahead, caller. Where are you from?
Hello, celebrity birthday boys.
Hello. Who is this?
This is Mick from South Lake Tahoe via Fallon, Nevada.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome.
Yeah. What's
going on, Chris?
Just hanging out, Mick. Mick is a buddy of mine. I know he's been fishing. He gave me a fishery report. He's down fishing on the Delta, catching some stripers. So, what's happening with you, my friend?
Nice. I just, I've been listening to the show before you, and I'm recently a bass fisherman. I mean, you and I have been friends for a few years, but never really talked fishing. I've, being from Tahoe, I'm used to chasing salmon and trout and high altitude fish. And then I hooked up with a buddy at work who's, pro like you guys, got all the boat, all the fancy stuff, and knows how to do everything. And started out with him early spring, and realized I didn't have the right gear at all, because I only had 2 rods, 1 spinner, 1 caster, and salmon rods and ocean stuff. So I spend more time rigging and casting than I do catching. He as he says. But anyways, I think I was talking to Chris this summer doing an event. And he said, hey, sign up for one of these things, i.e. Monster Bass. So I signed up about June, and I'm like some of these guys. I try every single thing in the box like every week. My buddy's like, well, over here they're using this. I'm like, oh, I'm going to try to use this. So love it. Thank you very much. Love the pamphlets. Shout out with the QR codes. Yeah, same thing. I need a little help, so I shoot those codes, and a direct link will be great. So I don't have to text Chris and say, well, what's going on, man? How do I do this?
Right on.
Oh, that's all good. No, that's great.
It's nice to have that. Go ahead. Sorry, bud.
No, I'm just super excited to know that connections to you, knowing where you're fishing out of Nevada, up around the Tahoe area, and then pulling you into this bass family. Like, you're in good company. We just, as you see, people celebrate what you're doing. I'm super excited when you text me or show me pictures you guys out fishing. It's awesome. So welcome to the party. I apologize. In bass fishing, for some reason, we all think we need like 100 rods and everything set up, ready to go at all times. But you're in good company. So welcome to the family. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm reaching out there. I'm stocking up. I love Free Bait Friday. I love that. I get one every Friday. The other night you had up to 44% off on the rods. I got 2 rods. I'm just trying to keep up with you guys and try different things, different techniques. Real quick, I'll just say yes, the recipe thing. I am a chef. That would be awesome. And then page 3 with the Speedos and some fish stocks. That might be fun, Chris.
All right, we're good. We'll see what we can do.
Are you offering up the your services for the recipes?
I think you did.
Yeah, man, we'll do it. I would do it for sure.
I love it.
But yeah, let's keep it up, and love what you guys. Thanks for what you do, and thanks for all the help, and appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for calling. Hey, keep sending those texts. I like seeing those fish. Good job.
All right. That was amazing. I loved hearing from everybody.
That was a run. That was intense. There was, I mean, so many people are so happy with what's going on, but really good insight. It's so fun to get customer feedback. That it's the family, and it's giving us direction of what they want. It's awesome.
Maybe it was because Raphie wasn't here. I mean, the callers actually got an opportunity to talk.
There were a couple people that did get cut. One guy, I think I gave the rod to. He said, but hey, that as far as the work behind the scenes, that was a huge effort to move through them. And I'm excited to go and to see that the business can be directed by the consumer, part of the family. That's congrats to you, Rick, for having this and having a relationship with these people that have been partners with you for years. It's really cool. Special to be involved in this.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Rudd in the Speedo. So
yeah,
I didn't realize. Listen, I didn't realize the people wanted it. I mean, I would have never thought to ever consider that, but somehow Rudd in a Speedo decided to show up in 3 or 4 different calls. So.
Yeah, but Rudd now has taken. He's in the chat, and it keeps coming up.
Yeah,
well, it's him naked now. It's not just in a banana.
No.
Yeah, so no, it's pretty good. Rudd, I think he's willing.
Hey, Rick, what do you think about doing the trophy room?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can we power through that really quick because I want to make sure we celebrate some of these PBs. So
let's do it,
Fixie. All right, let's celebrate. First person is David Jordan, 3 pounds 12 ounces. Caught it on a swim jig. Congratulations. This next one is Caleb Yoder, 5 pounds 6 ounces out of Ohio. Caught it on a swim bait. Hilton Jones, 5 pounds 12 ounces in Alabama on a Texas rig. Congrats. Kyle Jones, 2 pounds 11 ounces. Congratulations, man. And last but not least, we got Philip Clark with a beast, 9 pounds 2 ounces. Caught it on a toad. Congratulations to you guys. Thanks so much for celebrating that with us and sharing with us. I'd love to give away some stuff, Fixie.
Yeah, let's do it.
How many rods are we giving away today?
Yeah. Let's see. I think it was 12.
No.
No, if I'm not mistaken, it was 5 rods in total. And
close.
4 go to callers that Chris picked.
Correct.
And then I'll pick the last one of a golden ticket that's in the chat. Chris, who'd you get?
As far as my calls, I'd have to go.
Oh, you didn't keep track.
No, I'm keeping track. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
I'm
want to do it later?
Giving them away. Yeah, I wasn't
Right,
even. I'm just like, I'll give them away now. So
yeah, we'll go after the show. Then you know what? Then that means it's my turn. And let's see here. I'm gonna pick right now, and it goes to. How about
you pick someone?
I know. I'm okay.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay, go to the bathroom.
No. I'm getting older.
Oh, you're getting older. Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to take a little.
Is this what I have to look forward to?
Yeah.
Come on.
I drank a Diet Coke. Never drink Diet Coke.
Don't do
okay.
that. That's why.
I am deciding to go with Blind Eye Fishing. M31107. Blind Eye Fishing. Email marketing at MonsterBass and Rick at MonsterBass holding the ticket wearing a Speedo if possible.
No, that's not the birthday present.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Okay. scrap the golden ticket. Just send him a picture in the Speedo.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. All right. Yes. Email marketing@MonsterBass. You are a winner. Blind Eye Fishing.
Yeah.
And we'll send you a rod.
All right. We didn't get through the mail call, and I want to tell. I opened it, and I don't know what someone's thinking, but someone sent me a bag of ghost pepper chips.
Do it. Eat one right now to close the show. Come on. Let's do this.
All right, I can do that. Next week on the show, I'm not sure. You know, we could talk about cover. We could talk. Should I grab a bunch of these like this? I don't know.
Yeah, just a whole handful. Do it. Handful.
We might have the guys from Aggressively Average Anglers on the show talking about their new ultralight rod. Try these. They might be on the show to talk about the new ultralight rod. It's available for pre-order on the website, limited supply. Just go to the fishing rod section. These aren't hot. Anyway, we had a great show. Chris, I hope you have a happy birthday. It's a great weekend with your family. It was a great show today. I'm really, if I haven't said thank you lately, I just want to say thank you for, you being a part of the show. I think it's been really great, and I appreciate the time that you share with us.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's awesome. Like I said, being part of the family, it's a cool group of individuals all coming together. Monster Bass family out there chatting and calling. You guys are awesome. I'm happy to be here. And happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's do it again.
You got it. And to everyone else that was listening, thank you guys so much. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to be a part of this. Thank you for tuning in, giving us your feedback. This is what it's all about. Not eating these ghost pepper chips anymore.
All right, let's do it. Happy birthday.
Guys. Thanks, man. Happy birthday to you too.
Sweep the leg. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.